Just wanted to show off my new tree stand blind I made out of PVC and camo netting. It's hard to see because I'm actually in the stand right now, but I made it out of PVC pipe, 1/2 inch, and the fittings. So here I've got one long tube with a T, goes down, and I've got two sections here. I got another long tube with another T, and then that goes down into my lone wolf stand. And you'll notice I got a 45 and a 45, and it snaps into place. The netting just kind of hangs over. I've got it clamped in with little Velcro strips, real cheap, real easy, real light. And then I've got these long tubes just bungeed into the tree, just a bungee that wraps around the tree, and then that just slides in just to hold it in place. And then same thing with this bottom section here. It also has a bungee that just keeps it in place. Now I've got two sections. Well, I originally made it with just this bottom section, and I had two of them. So I had one, one on this side of the blind or stand, and then I had one over on this side of the stand. That didn't really do much, right? If I was seated, it might hide my hand movement or something if I was, looking at my phone or something. But it didn't break up my silhouette. Whereas this stand, or this blind, it pretty much breaks up my silhouette. I can move around minimally. You're deer hunting, so you don't want to be doing jumping jacks in the stand, but I can be moving around, moving my head. I can stand up slowly, and the deer won't pick up my silhouette like they would if this wasn't here, right? If you're looking at this side of the tree and I'm moving around, right, you can really see all my movements because there's nothing behind me to block it. Whereas on this side, you can still see my movements, but I'm not silhouetted against the skyline. So I took the two parts that I had, one for each side, and I combined them to make just the one on my weak side, this one here. And again, I've got it kind of taken apart just for this video, and I got to paint and or tape the white PVC, so it's not completed yet. This is my prototype, but I've got the piece of camo netting and cut it in half. I use 1/2 for the bottom, 1/2 for the top. And the reason I did that is because, it's hard to look through this thing if it was just one solid piece of netting. But as you can see, I can actually look on my weak side and see what's going on over here. If anything's making sounds or anything. Or I could, tape this up if I had to and shoot my bow that way. So if something was over here milling around, I'd have to be really stealthy, but I could, pin this up, grab my bow, and then shoot. So it's not completely blocked off, but it does the trick. And the reason I have it like this right now too is it gives me pretty much a 250 degree-ish shooting angle, right? I can shoot anything all the way around the tree, all the way to this side of the tree, right? I can lean out and shoot anything back here, all the way around, all the way to right there with ease, without moving anything. And again, this is usually pinned to the thing. But if I had to shoot something over here, like I said, I could attempt it. I might scare the deer away by moving this shit, so I probably wouldn't want to do it, but I could if I had to. So again, here's the blind. Oh, and then I also have this fake plant here, and I have one also here, just to break up outlines and silhouettes. So this one here pretty much hides my head movement, I think, from my strong side of the tree. You know, if anything's looking up at me, I don't have anything to break up my silhouette over here, the exception of this. And if I know that there's a deer over to my right, and I'm moving my head, or even if I don't know, and I'm moving my head, you can see that breaks the silhouette up just enough where if I move a little bit and the deer sees it, you know, he might not freak out. Whereas if I didn't have that and I'm moving around, deer can really pick that out. You know, any movements that don't have a background, just like hunting out of a blind, right? If you're inside of one of those pop-up blinds, you don't want the windows behind you open. You want them totally closed, and that way you can move around. They're still going to see movement through the front window, but if you had that back window open, right, like this, and then you're moving around, well, yeah, they're going to see that like crazy. So you want to create a wall that just breaks up your silhouette. So again, here's the tree. This is just the rope that has my harness attached to it. Bungee for the top, bungee for the middle section, and then it snaps into my stand. And then I got my bag hanging out over here. This strap right here, you can see the hooks. That's a I don't know, I'll have to put a link to the company that makes this tree strap with these hooks. Is it's perfect. These hooks are metal, but they're coated so they don't make noise. Well, they don't make too much noise. And there's 4 of them. You can see I got some shit hanging from there and there and there and here. I usually hang my bow on this side, but in this tree I've got a cut off stump thing that I can hang it from. But it works pretty slick. So if you guys are interested, I can definitely shoot you up email with lengths and price and all that crap. These tubes, I got 2 tubes. Each one is like $1.40 or something at the hardware store, and then the 90 degree, 45 degree, and T sections here, they cost anywhere from 35 cents to $1, depending on which, if you got a 45 or a T, they're a little bit different. So all together, oh, and then the netting was like 13, 14 bucks. So I think all together I spent maybe 25 bucks, 24 bucks for this little stand blind. And I think it's totally worth it. I just put it in this little chair bag. This is one of those camping chairs that folds up. Took the chair out and I put everything inside there, and including the netting. Attach that to my stand, right, and my backpack, and I'm good to go. And like I said, this all has to get either camo taped. I think I'm going to tape it instead of paint it. That way it won't chip. And then when the parts hit each other in the bag, they don't make that hollow plasticky sound. With the tape on there, it'll deaden the sound. And then I don't have it all clipped like I normally would with these little Velcro pieces. I usually put one here, I'll put one here, and here, and here. Anywhere I need to make the blind material kind of more rigid, more sturdy, so it doesn't flop around so much. But yeah, if you guys got any questions, throw a comment in there and let me know what you think. But it works pretty slick. Hopefully there will be a big buck and several big does shot out of this stand setup. So have a good season, and I'm out.